Okay, YouTube, so what's up, guys? This is Acidic Roots, and it's time. If you didn't realize this, the finale of year 2 is finally here, so it's time to make the final videos. Now, obviously, here's the thing. I have so many videos that they're probably going to last into late July or early August, the ones that I made back in April and May. I pretty much finished up February and March, except for maybe a couple little skits. But yeah, we're gonna get to year 3 and still be having the vertical videos for a little bit, but not very long. I mean, I've been recording on this phone for a good week and a half, and it's finally time. So in honor of paying tribute to year 2, I'm just gonna kind of go over some of the things that happened over the past 12 months. So year 2 started July 1st of 2016. Now, obviously, coming off of that, I was going to Branson in June of 2016 and going to concerts, walking around, eating Slim Jim and drinking Sprite at McDonald's. But the way it was the very first couple of days of July, I still had my old computer, so there were actually vlogs that were going to happen but did not. So I'm just gonna leave that in the grass. Now, obviously, this was kind of a disappointment, but I do suppose, because basically I didn't have any vlogs to really do except for the ones on my phone still. And I had basically probably just a couple days before the computer broke, I had uploaded all those videos to the computer. So started from scratch. I think my first video was spending time with me, and it was just me drinking a Red Bull and admitting to watching Beavis and Butthead. And so that's what July basically comprised of, was me. July was me getting back on my feet and trying some new interests and kind of getting used to it. So just a few of the things that happened were Beavis and Butthead and grunge. So I remember watching Beavis and Butthead all throughout that summer. I actually started in June. They got me into frozen burritos and nachos. They were eating those all the time. Basically, I think those, Beavis and Butthead just loitered at a gas station, which, were I about 10 or so years younger, I'd probably want to do that also. And obviously, a lot of the luxuries were misadventures, but still, I think Beavis and Butthead are more interesting than a lot of the folks around. So, frozen burritos, I did a video on that. Drank some Red Bull, drove around in the car, road passenger anyways, and went to some more concerts. But August, towards the end of July, I did Democrat convention videos, and this was back when Trump was the most popular thing. And so I attempted to get some people excited for the Democrats, discussed Obama's speech and Hillary Clinton's speech and that sort of stuff. And that actually bled into August. Those were some popular videos for me, but I was starting to get pissed off just because I was expecting some of the other shit that I had done, because that was before the belch montage. That was the whole thing. That was before the burping, when I was getting so many views a day, over 15, over 20, and that sort of thing. But back then it was really sluggish, and compared to August of 2016 to May, it was pretty vast difference. So I was taking what I could get, but it was still pissing me off. My humor really started to spike up that month. Started messing with Booger Man, really got obsessed with him, watched the LP of it, did a lot of humorous things, took some Taco Bell Diablo sauce, was still having the Sprites from McDonald's, and was listening to a lot of metal definitely that's the month that I started listening to Q102. So after that was September, and I basically was going on my walks, and this is where things started cooling down, but I was in the car a lot that month. My family wanted to go to Michael's, so I remember being in that parking lot just sipping Jones soda and doing some of the regular stuff. That was really the last month that I can remember drinking Jones, though. I still had some Boogerman videos and Omnums and that sort of stuff, but I mean, basically I was just going to the grocery store and then making videos in the passenger seat of the car, and then taking walks when I could. October was my 10,000th day alive, so that was, you know, if you don't know how old you'll be 27 when that happens. So my 10,000th day alive was October 16th. Did a series of videos, actually planned for that in the summer. That took a good portion of October. Started messing with Adam Sandler, and Puma came around, my imaginary friend. And then the party with the nose goblins. So those are just some highlights. Man, it is hotter than expected. I mean, it's really the thing. I'm gonna keep it going. November was the election, and of course I went to the Nose Cavern, which is in Buffalo, Missouri. Went to the Nose Cavern, did several videos. That was like 2 days before the election, so I was like, geez, I just want the election to be over before I want the election to be over before I go there, but it didn't turn out that way. You know, everyone thought Hillary was gonna win, and then it just didn't happen. You know, basically up to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it felt like a fair fight, but I just don't think people plan for the worst. You know, I don't think people, there's just too much hubris involved. That was really the thing. But I also perfected acting like an idiot that month. That's really where I started to hit my stride. You know, I'm gonna go inside. It's just too hot for this. You know, part 2 will probably be inside.